Well, good evening there, fans, and welcome to another episode of 162 Times, your daily baseball recap and preview show. I'm your host, Daniel Turner. It's great to be with you here on a Friday night. It is pretty hot in Ottawa. Not too much breeze coming off the Ottawa River tonight, let me tell you. But we got a good show for you. We're going to be talking about Luis Castillo's start last night against the Angels. We will also talk about Brian Woo's upcoming start tonight at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California, as the Mariners get set to take on the Los Angeles Angels. And, of course, we will look at the ever-present scoreboard in Major League Baseball and see what the Mariners did last night and how that stacked up against their various opponents. So let's get into it. What the Mariners did last night was really, really excellent. Really one of the more satisfying games you'll watch if you are a Mariners fan in some time. And that was an 11-0 victory over the LA Angels. The win moves the Mariners to 52-43, first in the American League West. Loss drops the Angels to 38-55, fourth in the American League West. The win went to Luis Castillo, 8-9 now. 3.53 ERA on the season. The loss went to, I can't remember his first name. I know it starts with a J. Jack Kohanowitz. The C is silent. That's how they were talking about it on the broadcast last night. He's now 0-1, and his ERA is 12, at even 12. It was an ERA of 54 after two-thirds of an inning because the Mariners managed 4 runs in the top of the first. And it was off to a really, really good start in that regard. Ultimately, the Mariners did a run in the third, 2 in the fourth, 4 in the sixth, and that was it. That was enough for 11 runs. I do not recall the last time the Mariners had 15 hits for 11 runs. The Angels had 5 hits for no runs, and they committed 1 error. Castillo was excellent. He needed only 86 pitches to get through 6 innings. He gave up 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Mike Baumann did an inning. He gave up a hit, and he walked a guy. And then Eduardo Bazardo did 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Really, really good work by all the Mariners pitchers, 8 strikeouts. The Angels pitching, well, it was Kohanowitz. He did 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them were earned. He struck out 1, he gave up a homer. And then it was Rosenberg, Kenny Rosenberg, who did yeoman's work. He did 6 full innings in relief, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. 3 walks, 4 Ks, he gave up 2 homers. But I mean, you come in and give 6 innings of relief work, you deserve some pats on the back there. They only struck out 5 Mariners, which is a low, let me tell you. It's been a while since the Mariners only struck out 5 times. So Castillo was rock solid, only 4 hits, and the Mariners were smacking the ball around against the very young and inexperienced Angels pitcher. In terms of the scoring, it started with top of 1, Josh Rojas singled, scoring J.P. Crawford. Ty France then grounded into a force out. Cal Raleigh scored. Julio was out at third. Luke Raley moved to third because there was a throwing error by Luis Guillorme, the third baseman. Then Jorge Polanco continued his hot play. He's been very hot in the last 3-4 games. Maybe he was just hurt early in the season. I always liked his game and his attitude. I'm on record on this show in saying so. But he was booed by the fans, and he was not hitting well. He singled, scoring Luke Raley and Ty France. That was also in the top of the first. Okay, 4-0 Seattle after 1. Great start. Then top 3, Cal Raleigh, 18th of the year, line drive homer to right field. That was from the left side of the plate. That made it 5-0. Then J.P. Crawford homered, top 4, solo shot. No, 2-run shot. Mitch Haniger was on base. 7-0 at that point. Then top 6, J.P. singled, scoring Jorge Polanco and Jonathan Clase, moved up to second. That's 8-0 Seattle. Then Cal, from the other side of the plate, from the right side of the plate, homered again, scoring Jonathan Clase and J.P. Crawford a 3-run shot to make it 11-0 Seattle. That is the second time in 3 games that Cal has homered from both sides of the plate in the same game. incredible, really, when you think about it. I should have looked this up, but I don't know. There's been great switch hitters in Major League Baseball, Mickey Mantle, etc., but to hit home runs from both sides of the plate in the same game frequently is rare. Cal does it quite a lot, so that was really good to see. Crawford had a great night, 3 for 4, 3 runs, 3 RBI. Raleigh 3 for 5, 3 runs, 4 RBI. Rodriguez was 3 for 3 with a walk. France was 2 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Polanco was 2 for 4 with a run and 2 RBI. I mean, just terrific up and down the lineup. And we love that. Polanco is now batting 204. He's off the interstate, as they would say. And 204, frankly, is like an acceptable average in today's major leagues. I was looking through the batting champions and whatnot in the last little while. And the reason I was doing that is because my cat hurt his leg. And so I spent like 6 hours in the vet yesterday. And I had nothing to do but look at my phone. And really all I had was Wikipedia. And so I was just going through like batting champions. Luis Arraez, who I really like, who plays for San Diego, who we just saw, won a batting title with Minnesota and with Miami in back-to-back years. If he wins the batting title this year, I think he'll be the first guy to win it in 3 straight years with 3 separate teams. Anyway, he won it with a 316 average a couple years ago. Absurd. Ichiro batted 372 in 2004 for an otherwise abysmal Seattle Mariners team. That's the highest batting average to win a batting title in quite some time. It used to be that people had much higher batting averages, and that was valued a lot more. But anyway, that's the way it is. So just super solid win all around for the Mariners last night. And they're going to do it again tonight, or they're going to try. They have a bigger challenge tonight, though, because they'll be facing Tyler Anderson, who's a 34-year-old, He's from Las Vegas. His nickname is Mr. Duck. He's the 20th overall pick in 2011. He spent some time with the Mariners back in 2001. He spent half a season with the Mariners. A cup of coffee, really. He was 2-3 that year. Nothing really to speak of. But this season, he's an all-star for the Angels, and he's their best pitcher. He's 8-8, 2.81 ERA, 18 starts, 77 strikeouts in 112 innings, and a 1.18 WHIP. So, I think he gets a lot of ground balls or fly balls. Obviously, not that many strikeouts, but he still won 8 games for an abysmal Angels organization. So, good for him. Mariners will have to bear down to take him on. He'll be going up against Brian Wu, who's healthy again for now. He had a bit of a hamstring issue. Manager Scott Services said he will not go 75 pitches. So they're looking for 4 or 5 good innings from him today, and then they'll go to the bullpen. They had 2 innings from Bizardo last night, so the high leverage arms in the bullpen will be rested. They didn't use them last night, so that's a good sign. Wu is 3-1, 1.77 ERA, 28 Ks this season. He's a great pitcher. He has really good underlying stats that I don't really care about, but I'm told they're really, really good. And so we'll go with that. We do have the lineups for the game. So the Mariners will lead off as the away team, and it'll be JP Crawford batting first. He'll play shortstop. Mitch Garver will DH and bat second. He's been doing that a lot lately. Cal Raleigh will catch and bat third. Julio will play center and clean up. And I mean, if you're thinking about playing the Mariners and they are actually living up to their potential offensively, and you have to face Cal and Julio 3-4 in the order, that is dangerous. Especially if Mitch Garver, Ty France, and Luke Raley play well around them, right? I was so depressed for like 3 weeks because they kept losing terrible series on the road. But the last 3-4 games have been much better. Anyway, getting back to the lineup. Ty France, first base, batting fifth. Jorge Polanco, that is, will play second and bat sixth. Victor Robles will start in left field. Class A not starting tonight. He'll bat seventh. Mitch Haniger will play right field and bat eighth. And Dylan Moore will be at third base. Josh Rojas getting the night off. Let's hope this lineup works. They will be contending with Anthony Rendon leading off and playing third. Nolan, I want to pronounce it Shanuel, but I think it might be Shanuel or something. Anyway, whatever. Nolan Shanuel, he's playing first, batting second. Tyler Ward, left field, batting third. Willie Calhoun will DH and bat fifth. Logan Ohape will be behind the plate, batting fifth. Brandon Drury will play second, bat sixth. Mickey Moniak in center field will bat seventh. Zach Neto will play shortstop and bat eighth. And Joe Adele will be in right field, batting ninth. So again, not exactly Murderers Row, but they're a professional baseball team nonetheless. Let's not take them unseriously. And hopefully the Mariners can go out and have a really, really good game. All right, and the reason they should have a really good game is because the Astros keep winning. So the division lead stays at 2, despite the Mariners having won 3 in a row. Astros 6-3 winners over the Marlins last night. They move to play the Texas Rangers in their next series, which is underway currently. So that's a tougher opponent for them, which is good. And it'll be good for the Mariners because one way or another, the people chasing them in the division will drop games. So as long as the Mariners win against the Angels, they'll be in good position vis-a-vis either the Astros or the Rangers. The Athletics lost 7-0 to the Red Sox. The Braves lost 1-0 to the Diamondbacks. The Yankees lost 5-4 to the Tampa Bay Rays. The Orioles lost 8-0 to the Chicago Cubs. The Dodgers lost 5-1 to the Phillies. That is a lot of wins for the Phils against the Dodgers in recent order. The Jays won again against the Giants. They had a good series against the Giants, 5-3. They won that series. Pirates won 1-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers. That was Paul Skeens with the victory there. He's now 6-0 with a 1.90 ERA. He might just be the real deal, folks. Mets 7, Nationals nothing. Guardians 1, Detroit Tigers 10. Wow, goodness me. Good win for the Tigers there. And then the Reds won 8-1 over the Colorado Rockies. So that does it for your out-of-town scoreboard from Thursday. A fairly busy Thursday, actually, in the majors. Like I said, we'll be looking forward to that Mariners game that starts in about 30 minutes. They are just warming up now down in Anaheim. So we'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.